Gentlemen, ladies, how are you? Hopefully you can hear me all right. Hopefully the mic isn't too close to my face. Still working on the placement, how loud things can be and whatnot. Hopefully this place is a little more pleasant for you. I'll see what I can do for next time. All right. So, hopefully you're having a good day. You're being safe. Having fun. Not too much fun, but enough. Gentlemen, I've written something I'd like to read to you. And yes, it's another warm day and there's no air conditioning out here, but at least God blessed me with some cloudy weather and a bit of a breeze, so it's not horrible. All right. Reflection 4. What are you willing to pay? All things take effort. Even being lazy. Everything has a price. The only real question is, what are you willing to pay? If you want that dream, you'll pay in time and discipline. And giving up the freedom that keeps most men just comfortable. If you want to be lazy, you'll pay for it in self-worth. You are you and not them. And that's hard for you. And what's hard for you might be easy for someone else. You say, well, that's not fair. And life can be unfair. Daddy gave it to them. Again, and stop staring at someone else's plate. Get to work. If you focus on what others have, you'll never touch it. If you look at what they have and ask, how can I earn that? Then you'll finally get something, somewhere. If you intend to take, you'll pay for that too. Not in the way you should. But in honor, in integrity, your moral standing, and your trust with others. And as some fool says, while watching this, or any other time really, I'm okay with that. I got it for free. And that's a boy who has no place here among men. Among men trying to grow. The men know nothing is free. The only question is, again, what are you willing to pay? Now, to the men out there. Deep down, you already know the truth. You must work for what you want. I'm saying this again so you hear it again. You're still here, which means you need to get to work. Or keep going. It's not easy being the boss. Yet here I am, building an empire, pushing you to rise with me. It's not too late. But your mindset must be set at not I'll try, but I'll do. Everything is always easier said than done. And yet, people have to say it, and you still gotta do it. The more you live in that mindset, the easier the path becomes. Setbacks will come, but I'll do carries you through. Don't obsess over time. How much time you have left, how much time it's going to take. If you rush, you might chase something that looks good. Not just businesses or something you're trying to earn, but women at the same time. Or men. For the 1% of women who will probably ever see this. There I am, talking in the middle of it. You might rush for something that looks good, but collapses in practice. Yeah. But don't stall either. Think, then act. Sometimes, though, you might have to take that leap. And if that becomes a setback, then say, I will find the fix. Now get to work, my good man. Who knows what's going to come of it? I'm trying to do all kinds of things right now. Do this kind of as a pastime, but I want to spread a little bit of knowledge of how I talk about things, how I think about things. But I'm better at writing this down, even though sometimes me talking after the video lasts a little longer than this, but helps me get my thoughts in order. Because everything does come with a price. And it might come with freedom or the lack thereof, depending on what you do, trying to get the things you want, even the women you want. And don't ignore women. They need our help. Yes, they need our help. Women tend to follow the crowd. And who should the leaders of the crowd be? Men. We're designed to lead. All right, guys? So lead with honor, integrity, and God. Have some morals. Stop looking at, porn and OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff. I know it's everywhere. Even I look at it because, I'm a straight guy and I still like hot girls. Other than porn and OnlyFans. What I'm talking about is all the things online. Everything. But anyway, a little bit off subject there, but this is why I write shit down. Again, hopefully you like the view. It's not too bad. And it smells great. Too bad they don't have smell-o-vision yet. But anyway, gentlemen, ladies, you be safe out there. Be good. Hopefully you get a little bit of wisdom from this. Because, I'm paying in time. Trying to get this stuff out. Trying to tell you some of the stuff. And when these videos start actually being seen, pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of people say I'm wrong in some way or another. But those are the boys. Be careful of willing fools. Just in case that didn't come clear, willing fools. There's foolish people. But you can potentially teach foolish people. You cannot teach the willing fools. They want to be fools. All right? So be most cautious of those people. And you may not be trying to win the argument of common sense straight away. You may just need to plant that seed. I mean, there's people that come out of that strange mindset. that men can be women and things like that. That's impossible. That contradicts itself. But people have been brought out of that. Sometimes that's all it takes is a seed. So, hold your temper. Be patient. You may have to walk away if they start yelling and screaming. But it may have planted a seed that can grow into something great. But not everyone, all right? So be careful. And they're going to pay a price too. The price is their sanity, their souls, a lot of times their body, depending on how far they've gotten. Cutting parts off and taking drugs doesn't switch your gender. It just screws the one up that you are. Doesn't matter what they point out. Bugs, fish, they could change genders. I don't know if they realize this, but those things, I know this is going to be a bit of a surprise, aren't human. We're human. They are not human, and we are not those things. So just because it can happen in nature, there's trees around me. They grow leaves. So since trees can do it, why can't humans? Makes no sense. Because we aren't trees, and they aren't human. A little bit of common sense goes such a long ways. You don't need to know all biology to know, just to know the natural world, all right? But again, they want to pay the price, potentially everything, even their lives, because they won't face the truth. Fools. Willing ones. Anyway, guys, jibber jabbered on long enough. So again, hope you learn a little bit of something. Think about the price you want to pay. And you just might get somewhere in life. Whatever you're doing, is it worth it? I know you may not get what you want, but the Lord does provide. Generally not as fast as we want. I know I'm guilty of that. Well, we have to do our best. You know what? You be good. God bless. Be safe. Not too safe. You still want to have fun, but don't get yourself killed.